Right now, joining us live on the broadcast is our correspondent, Susan Tarani from New York. Susan, can you please get us all the details about what exactly did Trump say in his national address?
So, as expected, President Trump wanted to talk about the achievements of the U.S. military in Operation Epic Fury. He was talking to the mainstream American public, those that perhaps don't watch the news every single day and aren't following every single headline that comes out of the media. They are the ones that are going about their lives, and all of a sudden they know there's a war happening, but they see that their gas prices are over $4. So this was a speech to the American people, first and foremost, to the majority of them, telling them that this is, I thought it was interesting, he said this is an investment for the future of your children, for Iran not to have a nuclear weapon. He talked about the successes of the U.S. military during the past 1 month or so. I think he was talking to war-weary Americans when he sort of drew comparisons about how long the Afghan war, the Iraq war, World War I, World War II had taken place. And he said that this operation, according to the president, has taken about 30 days. We're going to be out in 2 to 3 weeks' time. We're going to wrap it up. And we have essentially reached all the targets that we want to. He said that there are some left. He talked about the Strait of Hormuz, something that he's been receiving a lot of criticism about. He said ultimately the United States is not going to be able to doesn't want to use that strait, does not need the strait. And he believes that once the United States leaves the region, then Iran will automatically open the Strait of Hormuz, was his words, because he said that that's the way that the Iranians want to do business, by selling their oil. But nonetheless, he was very clear on saying that, all of America's goals so far have been achieved. But he also stopped short of saying that the mission is accomplished and we're going to stop now. The president really gave an operational update ultimately. Now, remember, this is not just to those war-weary American people, the public, but also to those who are watching the markets as well, the oil prices, the stock market. He basically was saying that a little pinch at the pump now is going to keep America safer ultimately. And then he laid out those goals that the Secretary of State and he himself have been laying out, which is Iran should not have a nuclear weapon, target their missile capabilities, not be able to attack the United States or its allies in the region, and then ultimately, Iran's support for proxy groups. But, we haven't heard from the Iranians. And while the American people in the world were watching this speech, the Iranian public, I think it's important to note that the people inside of Iran weren't able to watch this speech because the regime over there has cut internet basically for the past 1 month or so. So they're still in the dark. This was geared to the American people and the public and, of course, NATO allies in the world. But mostly, I think it was him asking the American people to have a little more patience. This is what the president's saying. I mentioned this before. Analysts say maybe don't pay so much attention to what the president says, but what the United States is doing right now in the region. As he's talking about winding down, we do have a massive troop deployment heading to the Middle East and, of course, another aircraft carrier as well.